Playful Pat and the Halloween Party. By Lisa Kelly. Pat was known to be quite playful. When his big eyes sparkled and his little freckles twitched, you never knew what Pat would be up to next. Today was a special day. It was Halloween, and excitement filled the air. As Pat walked up to the school, he made sure to step on every leaf along the way. He loved the sound the leaves made, crunch, crunch under his feet. The morning at school dragged by slowly, and all Pat could think about was the Halloween party. After lunch, he was finally able to change into his Transformer costume and head to the trick-or-treat street. He couldn't wait. The trick-or-treat street was very scary. Pat and his best friend Ryan walked through a dark tunnel with smoke swirling all around them. Spooky music played, and when they finally emerged, the fun had begun. A scary witch handed them a bag and cackled, "Knock on the doors if you dare." They went to the first house, which looked haunted, and knocked on the door. The pumpkin head opened the door, growling, "What do you want?" Pat and Ryan quickly replied, "Trick or treat." The pumpkin head growled again and tossed some candy into their bags. The next house resembled a gingerbread house. An old woman peeked out and asked if they'd like to check her oven to see if it was hot. They both shook their heads, and she handed them gingerbread cookies. "That was creepy," Ryan whispered, looking a little spooked. Next, they came to a house that looked like a castle. When they knocked, a bat flew by, and out came a vampire. "Can I suck your blood?" he asked with a grin. Pat and Ryan shouted, "No! Trick or treat!" The vampire chuckled and handed them wax lips filled with red juice. Pat grinned. Cool. They visited a few more houses before stumbling upon a hall draped with cobwebs and spiders. Pat and Ryan ducked and weaved through the webs, giggling whenever a fake spider brushed against their faces. At the end of the spooky hallway, they found the game room, packed with fun activities and prizes waiting to be won. When it came time to play Pin the Tail on the werewolf, Pat took one look at the fuzzy tail and the blindfold and shook his head. "No way, you go, Ryan," he said with a laugh, nudging his friend forward. Ryan shrugged and gave it a try, but ended up pinning the tail on the werewolf's nose instead. They both burst out laughing. Pat found the game that he loved, Pumpkin Smash. The goal was to throw a small pumpkin and knock down a stack of other pumpkins. Pat always loved throwing things, so this game was right up his alley. He managed to knock down all the pumpkins and won a rubber bat that squeaked whenever it was squeezed, making him laugh every time. The day ended with cupcakes topped with eyeballs instead of cherries, but when it was time to go home, Pat felt like he'd been transported to a world of fun and games, and he wished the night would never end. Hit that subscribe button, leave your comments below, and let us know where you think Pat should go next. The world is waiting, and the adventure begins now.